Hello ladies and gentlemen, thewierdguy here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about pretty much the only two teams that you really need to beat the purple armor Batman in terms of Rise of Krypton soul rates. Of course there could be an argument made for using Black Manta team over here, maybe the Justice League team if your Flash is strong enough to survive the super move, but for the most part those are two teams that everybody has access to and everybody can use. And yet again this is just a showcase of the fights if you're looking for a more in-depth guide where I explain and give you more alternatives in case you're unable to combo and chop like I do. I'll leave that in the description in the pinned comment. But yeah, all that being said, please do like, comment, subscribe and share if you enjoyed this video. Dislike it if you dislike it and let's go! Also sorry for the no audio on the fight, I don't know what was wrong with it, hopefully it will get fixed on the other videos. And yeah, getting into the first team, we're going to use the King team. I'm going to show two pips with each one of the teams that I'm going to be showcasing here. And you want to remove the gears on both Dr. Fate and Shazam, but equip them with Rise of Krypton artifacts if you have some spare ones to passively buff Aquaman. And you want them to pretty much die because the Chaos Staggin is going to be something that will work in your disadvantage. So in this fight it's actually disadvantageous to have multiple characters alive at once. So we're just going to keep alive the damage there, but we're still going to use Dr. Fate and Shazam as support characters to passively buff him. And also this will be from two accounts, so you'll see one fight with the Rise of Krypton Spear, the Kryptonite Spear, and the other one will be with Lexcorp armor. And while not all of you will have the Lexcorp armor, all of you will have the Rise of Krypton Spear eventually. And pretty much, if you have very high level artifacts, like if you got like a level 10 Rise of Krypton artifacts, then the passive health that you receive will be too much to justify using 3 characters here if you're on the lower tiers, because they will die too slow, even if you remove their gears, so just use King and Dr. Fate and forget about Shazam, I guess. But yeah, we got pretty lucky on their deaths, like they can die fast enough or Batman can take his time. We got lucky enough over here, I guess. And at the same time, a very unlucky thing that can happen to you is that Batman kills somebody with a stun bomb and then your King tags in and he's stunned. But with that out of the way, you pretty much need to make sure for this fight that you survive the super move, because you can't tag another character in to tank it for you. And King does that, and even if he doesn't, he's going to revive. So if your King doesn't survive, that's fine. He will revive, just be careful with that. And other than that, we just keep combo interrupting him and getting him to a corner. Again, if you can't combo interrupt, that's totally fine. I mean, it's not really fine. You should learn how to combo interrupt, but still, until then, I got a link in the pinned comment in the description with a guide where I explain a few methods to not combo interrupt. But if you don't combo interrupt, you're not going to have a good time here, my dudes. This fight really relies on that. And yeah, this was the first fight with the spear. And this is just actually, it's not a level 1, I think this is a level 4 or 5 spear that they use there. And this will be a level 5 Lexcorp Warsuit. And actually the spear yields more damage over here because Lexcorp Warsuit is a little bit more of a defensive artifact. And at the same time it's going to give you armor pierce on your abilities. But this dude doesn't seem to have much armor because he's not pulling a lot of damage for me when I'm using the Lexcorp here. Like a lot of additional damage. But yeah, the difference is not really noticeable. It's the difference, what the difference ends up being, because they both only change the damage on abilities, is like 100k in addition on the special tree, which is nothing too great. As a comparison, do not compare the damages at the end of the fight, because Batman's that we fought here had different amounts of HP when we got into the fight. So the damage on both of these will definitely differ. Depending on the damage on the special tree percentage damage. Okay, over here we didn't have the best luck, but at the same time it went pretty smooth at the start of the fight. We got that cleaned up real quick. And yeah, you just have to push him to the corner, let him pretty much do the super move and then push him to the corner again. Over here I'm 100% sure I will not die if I get the super move, because the Lexcorp provides me with a lot of defense after using ability, so I'm going to be fine. Not even need to worry about that one. And the only thing, if you are able to combo interrupt him, the only thing you need to worry about is when he does a swipe back attack. Over there it's lucky. Sometimes, like ideally, you never want him to use swipe back attacks, but sometimes he does. And that one over there where he uses a ranged attack is the good scenario. There's one bad scenario where he does a swipe back attack, does a jump attack, and does a special 2, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that obviously sucks, but it's not happening very often. But definitely be careful with that one. If you have crazy fast reaction, then maybe you can do something about it. If not, then nope. And even if it with crazy reaction, it's something that seems just weird. Ring Age the combo over there. Another special 3 in there. And yeah, with the King team, again, you're going to have a far harder time over here. As you'll see in the guide that I put in the description and in the pinned comment yet again, you are going to have an easier time even without combo interrupting if you're using a fodder box, because Batman knows the range of his abilities, so he will not randomly use like special 2s or special 1s if you're not close to him. So you just keep backing off, and when you see him doing a jump attack and landing, you are sure that he's not going to use any ability because he thinks you're too far for that, and then you can gap close with the fodder box. That's an alternative here for King. Ring Age the combo, the last special 3 of the fight. And yeah, it goes pretty smooth with King for the most part, and this is by far the best team you can use here. And the other team is just going to be something to add some damage on top of it. You don't have to use this next team that I'm going to show you. You can just use King team instead. But if you want something in addition to deal some damage here, because this team is not particularly needed on any other fight in this year. Like, it can fight Nightwing, but not even that perfectly. Like, Silver Banshee's got a problem with things that have ranged abilities. Because ideally you want her to do a special 3 and then stay in the fight for a special 1 afterwards. And Aquaman special 2, pretty much any special of Black Adam and Nightwing special 1 don't really fit good into that archetype. So it's to the point where she's not really having a good time hitting any of the other fights, and she's actually going to be very good over here. So when it comes to the team setup, yet again, remove the gears on both your characters and put your highest res Krypton artifacts on them. If you got 3 of them, put all 3, including one on Silver Banshee. And yeah, we're going to use Power Girl here, obviously for the power reduction, that's a must. And that's a third character. There's absolutely no reason to use something like Predator Batman, Martian Manhunter, or Reverse Flash. Those are obviously the go-tos for other fights that you're going to fight, but not for this one specifically, because we're not going to tag in and out. Okay, so super move here, that's something that she does very good. And yes, I had the Lexcorp active here, but the Lexcorp didn't do anything for me. Without the Lexcorp buff, it would have been the exact same outcome, because she's got maximum base defense. So without putting any defense on Silver Banshee, at level 70 gears, she'll have like 75%. At level 60 gears, just like 60 and something percent. So she will be able to tank that super move, and that's why she's able to hit here. But yeah, getting back to the topic, your supportive choice should be Speed Force Flash or Silver Flash, depending on whichever one of them is going to be high level in your roster. Higher star rating, excuse me, not level. Because you're going to need their passives to increase her fast attack chance, because she's going to build combo for herself, not having a combo builder here, and the thing that she benefits from the most is going to be some fast attack chance. And yeah, you're not going to go out of your way and put some fast attack chance for Silver Banshee for this fight specifically, but you can use a support character for that, and there you go, Speed Force Flash or Silver Flash, whichever gives more in your roster. And yeah, we just do 2 disables and then a special 3. We back off. Wait for him to do his stuff, another special 1, 2 disables, re-engage the combo. Again, with this one you can combo interrupt him, but it doesn't really matter at all on this one, like it doesn't matter that much. You could fight this entire fight and not hit him with one single basic attack and just keep backing off, keep using special 3s, keep using special 1s. I actually did that at some point, but the recording got messed up when I did the mistake and Silver Banshee was like with no HP and I had 2 minutes left of this fight and I went to the end without using any basic attack or something, just special 1s and special 3s. Like obviously your damage will be lower, like I'd say it would get lowered by 25%, let's say. But it's not going to be too much, and it's not a huge amount of damage anyway. Like do not expect, like I think the absolute highest and was somebody with max artifacts I've seen do here was like 30 million or something with Silver Banshee, and those were Or not even 30 million, I think 20 million, but yeah. Again, this is not something that's necessarily for the top players out there, because you can just spam King and Black Manta, but other people don't have access to Black Manta. So this is going to be a pretty good second team for this fight. Okay, another disable in there. Use an attack, re-engage the combo into... I wanted to do a special tree, but I got tagged out. But thankfully, the special tree didn't register over to Supergirl, because it happens sometimes when you do this fight where you got random tag-ins. I press special tree on Silver Banshee, and then the game is like, oh, too bad you didn't get your special tree off on Silver Banshee. Let me just quickly transfer that one to for you towards Power Girl over there. That's gonna be totally fine. And nah, it's not fine. But yeah, here it didn't happen. And something you need to be very careful when doing this is his special 2. If the special 2 is not disabled, be extra careful. And by the way that Silver Banshee works, the special 2 will not be disabled kind of once every 2 or 3 special trees. And yeah, thankfully this fight is somehow the only one that has sound. I don't really understand why. And yeah, when he does a jump attack, he is likely to use a special attack. He is likely to use a special attack. Like, not always, but he's likely. But when you see him doing a swipe right towards you and you block that, he's never going to use any specials. Also, another trigger for this dude is that if you're too far away, he might, like, as far as you can get away from him, he might pop his special tree in there, and you can jump over it. Also, keep in mind that if you block the special tree, he will be... This is a bug that was kind of since the release of the game, since the first Silver Batman existed. If the Batman has a long animation of the special tree, first there's the thing that fires the harpoon, and then there's the harpoon connecting to you, him dragging himself towards you and kicking you. But yeah, if the harpoon is blocked, he will be untouchable until that animation, that full animation as if he hit you, would have been gone. If that makes any sense. So after using special tree, if you block it, you'll still be unhittable for 1.5 seconds or something like that. So please do be mindful of that, because after that you'll still get attack priority. So you might like, I blocked, I'm hitting him, he's taking no damage, and then he's attacking me. What? Yeah, that's because of the special tree. Be careful with that one. As you can see, Silver Banshee gets a little bit low here. I'm backing off. And I used a special tree in there because, yeah, there was not much I could do. But yeah, this was it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share because it does help a lot. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.